Hi, it's Cheryl. Welcome to Home Ridge Studio. Today's video is all about spring decor. It is a collaboration, which I'll tell you about shortly. But first, I have 5 ideas to share with you. So let's waste no time and get this party started. Number 1 is kind of 3 in 1. So I'm going to make a tiered tray in 2 pieces to put on it. And here's what you'll need for the tiered tray. I have the wood round. This one's from Hobby Lobby. There's no holes in it, but you can get those from the Dollar Tree. I have this bunny that comes in a pack with some markers from the Dollar Tree. I have these beads. It was from a beaded garland during Christmas time. I got it on clearance, and they were nice big chunky beads, and I love the color, so I bought those. I have these from Hobby Lobby, the smaller wood rounds. They're thicker, but you can get the thinner ones from the Dollar Tree. I have some scrapbook paper. I got this on clearance at Joann Fabrics a couple weeks ago. I liked it because these 2 pieces coordinated, and the polka dot piece was like a quarter or something like that. Anyway, I have antique wax, and I'm just going to paint all of my wood pieces, the top and of the bunny and of the wood round, and the top and the bottom of the small wood rounds. And then I'm going to wipe off the excess with a baby wipe. So I didn't paint the other side of the bunny or the wood round because we're going to put paper on that. But the smaller wood rounds, I painted both sides. And I'm going to put the flower scrapbook paper on this top of the tiered tray here. So I just obviously traced it out, and I'm going to cut it out. And then I did the same for the bunny. I'm using the polka dot paper for the bunny. I love how these 2 pieces coordinate. And after that's all cut out, I'm just putting this glue stick. I love this purple glue stick because you can tell where the glue is. And you can make sure that those edges are nice and full of glue, so it all sticks down really well. And that's it. Super easy. If there's any excess paper, you can always trim it off. And I have my brayer here, and I'm just pushing down all that glue. And I do the same thing to the tiered tray. And if it sounds like I have morning voice right now, I do. It's early because I have to be at my mom's early to take her to the doctor. She has pacemaker, and we need to get a device check. So I'm up bright and early finishing this video before I take her out, and then we'll probably go shopping, do some grocery shopping after that. Anyway, so I take one of the wood rounds, the smaller ones, and I take 3 beads. Now, if I were to do this again, I would do 4 beads. I thought it would look really cool to put 3 beads on here, and then on the top of the round, then put 3 more beads, but space them in between the beads on the bottom. I thought that would be like really cool, like a round little barrel type thing. I don't know. I have a table similar to this. It's just kind of wobbly. I would put 4 on there. And you could stagger the 4, and it would just be a little bit more sturdier. So then I put 2 more beads, or excuse me, I put 3 more beads on top of the 3 here. When I'm just using glue, if you want to make this super permanent, I would put a stronger E6000 or something like that on here, or wood glue actually. And that's what it looks like. I think it looks really cool. But like I said, it's not super sturdy. It's good enough for what I put on the tiered tray, but I would use 4. And as you can see, I'm just building it up. So 3 beads on the bottom, the wood piece, and then 6 beads in the middle, the wood piece, and then 3 beads. And now I'm just going to add the top of my tiered tray. And I'm kind of eyeballing it here. And now to get the bunny to stand up, I'm just going to take 2 of these tumbling tower blocks, gluing them together, and then gluing it onto the back of the bunny. And actually this bunny was bigger, so I needed 4 of the tumbling tower blocks. And now I'm going to make the little flower pot to put on top of this. I know you guys have seen this before, but I'm just showing you how to style it and, you know, how to coordinate the colors. So these are ribbon that I pulled out of my stash that match the peach color. I have a little foam piece. I have these florals. This bunch came from Michael's at $1.99. I thought it was a really good deal. They're really nice florals. I have the terracotta pot. I have these pom-poms. They're different colors from the Dollar Tree, and the plaster chalk paint. So I'm just dry brushing this plaster on the terracotta pot. And I'm not going to cover the whole pot. I mean, I'm going to cover the paint in the whole pot, but I just want it to look like it's just weathered and used. And now I'm going to edge out the top and the bottom. And I just glued that little foam in the bottom there. And I took my wire cutters and cut off all the flowers. I'm going to use all of these in the one little pot here. So this whole piece was like $3. And now I have some this ribbon here, and it's a burlap, and I'm just going to glue a strip around the top, just underneath the top of the terracotta pot. And now I have some very thin peach colored ribbon, and I'm just going to put that in the middle of the other ribbon and tie a shoelace bow, and that's it for this project. And this ribbon, you can get that really thin ribbon at Hobby Lobby, and you get it on sale. It's cheaper than the Dollar Tree, especially now that the prices are going to go up. Our Dollar Tree's already advertising $1.75. I don't know. Are you guys going to shop there? I think you can get things from Hobby Lobby and Walmart cheaper now at this point. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to check it out. What do you think? Let me know. Because I'm $1.75 now. I don't know. That's... When it went up a quarter, I thought, now for, 4 pieces, you're going to pay an extra $1. But now this is getting up there, I think. Not so much of a deal anymore. Okay, and then instead of putting a little fuzzy tail on the bunny, I put it on its nose, just for something different. So this collaboration is called Wood Round or Wreath Wednesday. It is always the 4th Wednesday of every month, and I would like to thank our very talented hosts and sweet friends of mine, Aurea with DIY with Aurea and Loli with Loli D Creations, and our guest host Dave with Dave's Wreath and Things, and also Favi with Creations by Favi. And all of their links for their channels are posted in the description box below this video. So you can go and check out their channels and show them some love. Also, I posted the playlist in the description box as well with all of today's participants for tons of fun, inspiration, and ideas. Okay, number 4, we're going to make a wreath. And here's what I have. I went to Walmart and I picked up 2 bundles of these carrots. I liked them. They're very different. They were $3.98 a piece, so I have 2 of those. I picked up a bunny and 3 eggs. I don't use the eggs. I do use the flocked bunny. And then I thrifted this wreath. Interesting. It was $3.99. And then I used to have tons of ivy on top of my kitchen cabinets, and I haven't had that up there for years. And I just put them in a bag, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a wreath out of these because I have a lot of them. And by a lot, I mean like probably 15 pieces. So yeah, there's a lot there. So I lucked out with this wreath. Usually they're glued on and wired on and stapled on, but these were just poked in there. I don't even know how they stayed, how they would even stay on a windy day, but unless the wreath was inside the house. But anyway, yeah, I just pulled them all off. It took like 2 seconds. Well, okay, a minute. So anyway, after I got that all picked off, and then I sprayed disinfectant. I always disinfect everything. You don't know where these things come from. And I was talking to an employee at the store, and she's like, yeah, just wash everything. If you can, wash every single thing. You have no idea what I've seen. So that kind of grossed me out a little bit. Anyway, enough about that. I am just taking, I clipped off all of these vines from the stem, and I am just taking them and wrapping it around this wreath. And I have this floral wire from the Dollar Tree, and I am just wiring it on. And then when I put the second piece on, I overlap it onto the first piece and then wire those two down again. And this piece has a tendency to, I don't know if it's old, or it's been outside for a long time, but it's really, a lot of these twigs are falling apart. So when you wire things onto these, especially if they're thrifted and older or falling apart, it's just holding the whole wreath form together. So after I got as many on these as I wanted, I probably, in hindsight, after I see it done, I probably should have put more on the inside, because I have a lot of it and I think it would look better. I might add some more. You'll see it on my front door in a minute. But now I'm just taking these carrots and I'm wiring them right on, because I don't know if this is like a thicker twine, and when I put the wire on the carrot and I pull it tight, you cannot see the wire. The wire kind of goes right underneath all of that twine, so you can't tell that it's wired on. And the nice thing about this being wired on is you can clip it off. If you don't want to use this anymore, you don't like the wreath form anymore, you can just clip them all off and then put anything else on them. It can be very seasonal. And so yeah, I'm just twisting them around really well and then wrapping it underneath and then poking it into the back there. You don't want it to scratch your door or your wall, wherever you hang this. Now I have this piece of ribbon that was in my stash, a longer piece. It's a burlap with a peach colored lace on top of it. I'm really into the peach vibes for this video. Anyway, I just did kind of an awareness bowl, and then I pulled it down in the middle, and I'm putting 2 zip ties on this, because if you've ever made one of these before, you know that it doesn't always stick together. I didn't have my stapler, or I would have stapled it. But 2 zip ties will hold all this together. And this is a super, super easy bow. And now I'm just going to dovetail the ends here. And now I'm going to just wire this on the top, because again, if you want to take it off, you can, very easy. And a big thank you to all of my awesome subscribers. I'm here because of you, and I'm here for you. And in appreciation, I'm almost at 2,500 subscribers, and when I hit that goal, I will have a giveaway. If you're not subscribed yet, and you like budget-friendly decor, thrift flips, seasonal decor, and so much more, tap the subscribe button and the bell notification and you won't miss a thing. And it helps me out tremendously, and I thank you. Okay, so I'm just cleaning up this bunny. Its bow was a little tethered, so I just clipped off the ends and then pulled that stem out, and now I'm just going to hot glue it right up on top there to the bow. And I did not like how the tails hung down, so I'm just going to put just a little teeny bit of hot glue on the side here. And that's it, and this is on my front door, and I love this piece. I love how neutral it is. I'm still thinking that I probably should add some more ivy on this. I don't know, it's to your liking, but personally I probably should add more ivy in the middle, and I probably will because I have a ton of it anyway. It just looks a little sparse for me, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about it. I mean, I do love this piece. Okay, number 5, and this is the last piece. This is another wreath, and this is hanging in the window in my office. I was going to put it in my kitchen window, but I couldn't figure out how to hang it without poking a hole in the ceiling, and I did not want to do that. So I have another wreath form that I thrifted for 99 cents. I have the flock bunny. Don't remember where I got it from, either Dollar Tree or Target. I have some Spanish moss. I have this gorgeous ribbon that I love. I've used this on a couple projects. It's burlap with cream color satin on both sides. And then I have some of this paper wrapped wire, which matches this wreath form. So this had jute tied around it. And I was kind of wondering, I wonder why they tied jute around it, because it was very obvious that it was jute. And it's because, look, all these pieces, yeah, they were all loose. So, yeah, interesting. Anyway, I took that off, and I took this paper wrapped wire, and I just wrapped it around here. I tied it on the back, gave it, for some reason, I was able to actually tie it, put a double knot in it. You usually can't do that with wire, but this, yeah. And I think I got this from Dollar Tree a long time ago, and I have not seen it since. It came in different colors, but this matches the wreath form perfectly, so it makes it look more like a grapevine wreath form and not just wrapped in twine. So I love the color of that, and that's why I use that. And now I'm just going to, this is so quick and easy, you guys. I'm just going to glue that flocked bunny in the middle of it. And again, I loved all the like natural colors and all of the earthiness of all of my pieces today. So I glued that bunny on there, and I just put the tape underneath it to hold it up so the glue would dry. And then I got some Spanish moss, just a little teeny bit, rolled it in my hands, and then hot glued it there, trimmed it up a little bit. And then I took some jute and I wrapped it around the bunny's neck and put a little bow on it. And now I have these tumbling tower blocks. I'm going to put a couple on the back here just to hold the bunny up to make it more stable, because it wanted to flop over in the back. So I glued it right onto the wreath and right onto the bunny. And now I have this ribbon, and I'm just going to cut a great big loop. I had to measure it to from the top of my window to the wreath form to see how long I wanted it to hang down. I want to say mine is probably about 12 inches. I just made a bow, or excuse me, not a bow, a loop, and then I glued it. And then I forgot to hit play. I made another loop, just a loop, and I hot glued it on the top there and put one of those little buttons that you get from Walmart, the little like wood buttons, glued that on the top there. And I love this. It's just super simple, and it looks like a silhouette in my window, you know, when it's darker out, and it's just absolutely stunning. And anyway, that's all I have for you today. Remember to check out the hosts and the playlist, and you know I'll be back very soon. And until then, have a blessed week. Enjoy the whole shebang. Bye.